What's up, No Name Brand? Thanks for hopping on. Don't forget to thumbs it up. I got a hockey game later tonight in about an hour. So I'm pretty pumped up for that. I'm pretty excited. Just because I love hockey so much, guys. Should I green screen it, guys? What's up, Gaby? This is the time Zara went to space. I'm just kidding, guys. This is a yard that I worked on the other day. I forgot to take the after picture, so all I have is the befores. Apollo 14. Look, this is the time that Zara played for the Olympics. I'm just joking, guys. I was just playing around with that because some people sent me some photos of like some AI enhanced videos or whatever, and or what, you know what I mean. Enhanced pictures, and it looks so cool. So I was fooling around with it. Am I Canadian too? Yeah, hell yeah. Team Canada. UFO Zarakiri. I should do a UFO Zarakiri. Yeah, I'm Canadian by ethnicity and nationality. Yeah. Oh, me too. Nice. Well, welcome, Sea Lover Baddie. Don't forget to like. I see the thumbs up there, guys. Don't forget to like the live. Share it to all the Canadians out there. Did you move from Calgary to Vancouver? Well, kind of. I moved from Calgary to Vancouver Island, which is not Vancouver. It's an island that is to the west of Vancouver. So, no, I did not move from Calgary to Vancouver. However, I live on Vancouver Island, which is an island west of Vancouver. I live in a town called Nanaimo, which is very close to a, to a boat. Like there's a sea ferry that takes you from Vancouver Island to Vancouver, but it's not quite Vancouver. Wow, good for you. Same, LOL. So one crappy NHL team to another. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Vancouver's the crappiest right now. They're literally the worst team in the NHL by like a long shot, which is absolutely crazy. It's stunning how bad they are. Like the fact is that just 2 years ago, Vancouver was the top team in the Pacific Division, and they had a core of players that looked so strong, so good. They had Peterson, or whatever his name is, Pedersen, Miller, Demko, Hughes, and a few others. Horvat, Besser, for example. Next thing you know, they missed the playoffs the very next year. Not by a lot, but by enough to say, hey, what happened? They really slid back considering how high they were in the standings the year prior. Some people may have said that it was just, a bit of regression. Maybe they just had a bad year, blah, blah, blah. There was a lot of rumors about drama in the locker room between the two star players, Miller and Pettersson. They ended up trading away Miller, and everyone maybe thought that the team was going to suddenly turn around. They got a bunch of injuries and stuff like that. Next thing you know, they're the worst team in the league. Like, it's crazy how fast things can change, I prefer Calgary weather, less rain. Well, that's true, but it's also very, very, very cold in Calgary. Whereas in Nanaimo, it doesn't really get that cold, to be honest. But you are right. There is less rain in Calgary. It's more sunny, less, overcast. However, it's not that bad, guys. It's really not that bad. I don't know, man. I mean, I work outside, so, if anyone would know how bad the weather is, it'd be me. You know what I mean? And I don't know, maybe I just got used to it after a season or two. You know what I mean? I don't feel like it's that much rainier anymore. It still gets pretty sunny out here. Yes, Mr. Waffle, you good. Do you like life in Vancouver? I love it. Yeah, it's great. Thanks for the sub, by the way, Zohan. Is it Zohan? No, Zahana. Zahana, sorry. What's my real name? My real name is Leighton Kiriachuk. Leighton Kiriachuk. But my YouTube name is HockeyTikTockey. No. Yeah, I know somebody unliked, I guess. Is not the name. But yeah, Vancouver's great though. It's such a crazy city. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, guys. It's like so close to nature because there's so many mountains and lakes and even the ocean, parks and stuff like that around the city of Vancouver. And yet it's still like a big metropolitan city, like it's got international airports and it's just like a world-class city, you know what I mean? I know it's pretty there. Yeah, it's really pretty. His name is not Hockey. Yeah, Hockey's just my YouTube name. Which is fine. Like, it's um like, look at the most famous YouTuber of all time, Mr. Beast. His real name is the frick's his real name? His real name's like John or something. Or something like that. I forget. Honestly, I forgot his real name. But like, everybody just knows him as Mr. Beast. You know what I mean? Keep up the good content. Thank you. I will always keep up the good content. But yeah, overall though, it's hard to compare Calgary to Vancouver Island because I feel like I haven't spent enough time here to get to do a real deep comparison. I've spent a lot of time here, like almost 2 years, but I spent like 30 years in Calgary, so it's really hard to say. Do you like hockey or basketball? I like hockey more than basketball. But basketball's pretty sweet. It's pretty cool. I just got my player up to 83 in 2K26. Is that the NHL 2K or in the NBA? NBA, okay. Yeah, I saw a couple videos today that they're going to be making a new NHL 2K. Is that right? I'm pretty sure they are, guys. Unless I just saw some fakes, you know what I mean? Like, you can never trust what you see on the internet anymore, you know what I mean? Because the AI or whatever. But I saw some videos of like a new NHL 2K game apparently is coming out soon. And if that's true, that's kind of cool because they haven't made a 2K an NHL 2K franchise for a long time. Like I don't even remember the last time they made one. It's always just been EA Sports. And the big complaint from EA Sports was they don't update the game. Like they just remake, they just change the rosters or whatever. They make like one or two new features that are very minor, and then they just re-release the old game. Like they don't update it ever. Is what people complain about a lot with the NHL franchises. You know what I mean? So it's like you're just playing the same game over and over, year after year after year. And I think a lot of people didn't like that. My day was tough, guys, not gonna lie. I was outside all day, I was working. My hands got all messed up. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I have like uh I have like all kinds there's look, this is a big one. I've got like all kinds of scratches on them. And it was because I was removing a lot of thorns and like rose bushes and blackberry bushes that have thorns on them. And I wear gloves, but they're so pokey, guys. It's like they just poke through your gloves even, Like you need like reinforced gloves sometimes. I feel better now though. It was just a tough day. Like I was hustling all day long, guys. All day long hustling around. I filled up the box of my truck like 4 times with landscaping debris, like cut branches and piles of grass and piles of thorn bushes, basically branches, thorns, leaves, all kinds of crap like that. So yeah, it was a tough day, not gonna lie, but I feel a lot better now, guys, and I have a hockey game tonight that I get to go to. I'm pretty excited. I'm not gonna play that well. I already know. Like, not to make excuses, but I'm so tired already. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like that energized up because I was working a lot, but it's all good. I'd rather play than not play. You know what I mean? Wow, lucky you. Thank you. I'll show you guys a picture of the yard that I was doing. It looked like this, but like I said, I forgot to take a after picture of what it looked like afterwards. But I basically removed a whole bunch of these uh, branches and stuff like that, and it took me all day. Yeah, it was so messy. One of the messiest jobs I've ever had. It was crazy. And it's just tough when you're ripping blackberry bushes out of the ground. They have thorns on them that if they snag you, they're like shark teeth. Like they stab into your fingers, they break off, and then you've basically got a sliver, like a like a thorn is jammed into your skin, and it's very painful. But they go away. Like it's not too bad. Hi, do you remember me? I remember you, G Money. Of course. How could I forget a name like G Money? There's certain people, yeah, that come on every once in a while, and they're like, "Hey, do you remember me? Do you prefer spaghetti or pizza?" Spaghetti or pizza? That's a really tough question. Probably pizza, because pizza's more um pizza's more like understandable. Like like you could just go out for a slice of pizza. You know what I mean? Like you could be like at a hockey game or something and grab a slice of pizza and eat it while you sit in the stand, you know? Or you could be out with a friend just walking around town and then just say, "Hey, you want to grab a slice of pizza?" And it's more understandable, right? But nobody nobody's just going out for spaghetti like that. Nobody's grabbing a plate of spaghetti and sitting down and like watching a sporting event while they eat a bowl of spaghetti. You know what I mean? Even at home, you could have leftover pizza sitting in your fridge, wanting a late night snack and just grabbing some pizza, right? But nobody's going out for spaghetti like that. You know what I mean? Spaghetti is more like a uh it's more of a occasional treat. And I love a good spaghetti. You know, like a really good spaghetti beats the best pizza. But a shitty spaghetti is definitely way worse than a shitty pizza. Because even the shittiest pizza, like the worst pizza you could think of, is still like decent. Like the scale of like a bad pizza to a good pizza is much shorter. Like if this is bad pizza and this is good pizza, that's the scale, right? If this is good spaghetti down here, bad spaghetti's way over here. Do you guys understand? No one understands spaghetti, bro. It'd be hilarious to see someone eat spaghetti at a hockey game. Yeah, imagine sitting down with a plate of spaghetti and you're pouring Parmesan cheese on your spaghetti and you got a fork. You know what I mean? I would choose spaghetti, but pizza's still very good too. Evening to y'all. What's up, Bridger? Do you prefer labubu or poo? Um, I've never heard of labubu, so fancy food. My wife goes to Olive Garden for spaghetti. You know what has good spaghetti is Boston pizza. I don't know if you guys have Boston pizza down there in the States, Bridger, but in Canada, there's a pizza restaurant called Boston Pizza, and they have amazing spaghetti. Spaghetti is the food you eat when you want to reassure your mom that you're eating well fed. Yeah, meow for us. Meow. Books. Hi. Everyone does spaghetti in morning time? Really? It's called Boston Pizza. I hope they have it at least in Boston. But you know what's hilarious though? Some people don't know this about Boston Pizza. It's a Canadian company. The owner of Boston Pizza, he actually used to be on the show Dragon's Den, which is another Canadian show. This is a Canadian TV show that's basically called. Sorry, it's called Dragon's Den, but it's basically the same show as Shark Tank in America. So in America, they have Shark Tank, where it's like a bunch of billionaires sit in chairs, and then you walk in and you pitch them your business, and they have to invest in your product or business idea or whatever if they like it. But that show originated in Canada as Dragon's Den, and one of the billionaires or whatever, one of the investors was named I think his name was Jim Treliving, and he's a guy from Saskatchewan, and he started the Boston Pizza chain. You do not know what Labubu is? It's a collectible. No, I know. I'm just joking. I heard of Labubus. They're like fur babies or whatever, right? Spaghetti just looks like noodles to me. Yeah, I love Boston pizza. I don't know if I spelt it correctly. Yeah, that's how you spell it. I've never heard of BP. Boston isn't even known for pizza. That's Philly and New York and Chicago. Yeah, I don't know why. I can't remember why he explained why he called it Boston pizza. It didn't really make sense because the guy who started it was from he was from Saskatchewan. Do you know Brazil? I know Brazil. That show started in Japan, actually. Oh, I didn't know that. I just thought it started in Canada because I used to watch Dragon's Den, like the old ones, when it first came out, and then later on they started making Shark Tank. So I assume that Canada made the first version called Dragon's Den, and then America liked the idea and took the idea and ran with it. But anyways, if you ever want good spaghetti, guys, go to Boston Pizza, get the Smoky Mountain meatball spaghettis, and it's a huge plate of spaghetti. You can that show. That show is JAV videos. It's Japanese version. Oh, okay. I might check it out one day if I have time. I guess I'll have to watch it with like dub or subtitles or whatever, because I don't speak Japanese, and I'm assuming it's filmed in Japanese, right? So I probably would need subtitles or somebody to dub it over for me. But yeah, anyways, what do you guys think? Spaghetti or pizza? What team do I like for hockey? It's this one. It's the Calgary Flames. So even though I moved from Calgary to Vancouver Island, I still cheer for the Flames. I'm not going to switch to Vancouver just because I live near to Vancouver. I'm not even in Vancouver, but Vancouver's the closest city to where I live, so I'd have to go to a Canucks game if I ever want to go to another hockey game. I like the Oilers. That's really unfortunate. I'm just joking, guys. I just don't like the Oilers because they're my heated rival. Everyone loves spaghetti when their stomach is not good. Yeah, I mean that's the thing about spaghetti is you could end up eating too much spaghetti. I guess you could with pizza as well. That's also possible. But for some reason, spaghetti is one of those ones where like you could just feel so bad after eating too much spaghetti. You know what I mean? But pizza's similar too, I guess. But here's the thing. This is why I said I choose pizza. The reason why is because, like I said, it's more universal. Like I said, like you could grab a slice of pizza almost whenever. Like it could go as a snack, a spur of the moment lunchtime thing. An on the go type of thing, like a slice. Um, you can order it, have it delivered to your house. You know what I mean? Like nobody ever gets spaghetti delivery. You know what I mean? Spaghetti expand in our stomach by double its volume. Does it really? I I don't know if I believe that, Avina. Why would it expand inside your stomach by double the volume? Why would it do that? Like, explain to me the science behind why it would do that. Mom spaghetti from Eminem. Yeah, there's vomit on the sweater already. Mom spaghetti. I love turkey sausage. Me too. I actually eat these there's like little turkey, lean turkey sticks. I eat them all the time. I literally ate like 5 today. Funny thing is that I went to BP today. Oh, nice. I haven't been to BP's in a while. The last time I went actually was probably back in October, because the funny story about that is I actually went to Vancouver to watch the Calgary Flames versus Vancouver Canucks. First game of the season. And the day before the game, I went to the BP's in Vancouver to watch the Flames versus Oilers on the TV in the BP's. Spaghetti with hot dog is good. Sure, yeah, why not? Are you gay homosexual? Unfortunately for you, Anthony, sorry to dash your dreams. Unfortunately, I'm not. Isn't spaghetti just another form of bread? It would probably explain why it expands in your stomach. Well, it's not a form of bread, but it's very similar in the ingredients, I think. Like, it's like wheat and like what, like flour or whatever? Yeah, like flour, um, water, maybe egg. Yeah, I don't know, probably. What is my heritage? My heritage is let me think. Ukrainian, German, Hungarian, and indigenous Canadian. Maybe, I don't know. I love how you explain stuff. Eating spaghetti with soya sauce and sugar is delicious. I understand easily. Yeah, I guess I have a knack with explanations sometimes. You're welcome, Google Chrome. Google Chrome. That's a cool name. I don't know why it said it's Google Chrome twice. Did you see Shogun? Is that a that's a TV show? If so, I don't think I've ever seen it. Or is that a movie? What is Shogun? Yeah, it's Crazy Hood. I think you meant good, but yeah. I've heard of it, I think. It's like a it's like on Netflix or something, right? Have you tried spaghetti with cake? I have not, Abney have. I feel like you've tried spaghetti with everything, haven't you? Abney have a cash like spaghetti with cake. What was the other one he said? Spaghetti with soya sauce and sugar and spaghetti with hot dog. Spaghetti cake. ESAW. What's up? What is Esau? What does that mean? But yeah, in real life, Apollo Creed was a middle linebacker for the Oakland Raiders. He was the real deal. Really? I didn't know that. I thought he was just an actor, just like the other guy, Rocky Balboa. Fruitcake said hi. Skullby said, "Have you ever played Project Zomboid?" I don't think so. That doesn't ring a bell ever. Project Zomboid. No, I don't think so. I've only ever played Party Animals. I played that on live stream like a few weeks ago. I haven't played it again since. I played it like 2-3 days in a row, and then I don't know. I just kind of got over it. You like fruits? Sure, I like fruits. My favorite fruit is banana. Everybody comment your favorite fruit. Trump is good. Pray to him. He is the father to Jesus and King of Kings. Okay. Thanks for that comment. Pray for peace. Why USA bring back battleships like Yamamoto? I don't know. You know what I heard? I heard that Trump is backing down on his quest to take over Greenland. Okay, a fruit for a fruit. Oh, you got me there. Pineapple, apples. That's about it. I say banana, number one by far, guys. For the list of the top 10 best fruits, it's definitely banana. Banana by far, number one. Because the thing is, banana is so good. Like, you could put it with a smoothie. You know what I mean? Like, you could make it like creamy with like a milkshake or whatever, like make it creamy. Or you could put it with citrus too. Like it actually works both. I love pineapple because of just how sweet and juicy it is. Yeah, pineapple's pretty good too. Pineapple's definitely really good too. I love pineapple as well. Pineapple, apple is probably also way up there. Apples are amazing. Um, Citrus bananas. No, I mean you can mix it with citrus. Like it wouldn't taste out of place. But like a banana, say like an orange banana smoothie or something like that. You know what I mean? Momo chill, yo, Tamara. You look like my dad. Okay. Thanks for that. Um, but yeah, but banana is just so universal, you know, like you can mix it with ice cream, you know, like a banana split. You could also just eat one straight up. Citrus bananas are a thing in Asia. Yeah, I'm not even saying necessarily like a citrus banana. I'm just saying you could you could mix the flavor. Like you could mix banana with the flavor of a citrus fruit and it doesn't matter. It still tastes good. You can mix banana with the flavor of a creamy flavor and it still tastes good. Same with strawberry, to be honest. Strawberry goes good with cream, like strawberries and cream, and or like a strawberry orange or something, you know? Strawberry lemon. Banana soda. You know what? I've never seen banana soda. They taste like oranges. That's crazy. I should have tried one last time I was in Asia, but I never heard about it. And here's a fun fact, guys, that might you might not know. Did you guys know that tomatoes are a fruit? Technically. Technically, tomatoes are in the category of a fruit. Yet, most people would not consider them a fruit. They think they're vegetables. Like by letter of the law, they're technically fruits, but by like most people when they think of fruits, they don't think of tomatoes. If they think of vegetables, they do think of tomatoes. You know, if I said the word vegetables, what are the first few vegetables that come to mind? It would be like, you know, like cucumbers or lettuce or peppers or something. And then you might say tomato. I grew up eating chilled tomatoes with sugar sprinkled on top. I've heard of that before. But I've never really been into it. I never really put sugar on top of the um onto the tomatoes. I've heard of putting salt on them, and I think I've had salted tomatoes. My wife has showed me that before because she eats salted tomatoes sometimes, I think. I heard milk is a food and not a drink. Is that true? Um, no, that's false. Whoever told you that was lying. It tastes like watermelon. Oh yeah, like sugary watermelon. LOL, tomato was the first thing that came to mind. When you thought of vegetables? And then, you know, there's a whole other category of edible plants called legumes. And legumes are like beans and stuff like that. And like, what the hell is that? You know what I mean? Like a bean? Is a bean a fruit or a vegetable? American tomato sauce has tons of sugar in it. Yeah, of course, like ketchup. If you ever have ketchup, you're basically eating tomato paste with sugar in it. You know what I mean? Like it's just like super sugarated tomato sauce. So I don't really eat ketchup anymore unless I'm at a fast food joint eating French fries. You know what I mean? Then I'll dip my fries in a couple of dips of ketchup. I suck ketchup from the packs. I'm really digging this stream. Reminds me of when I was locked up. Oh, you're welcome, Maverick. Beans grow on trees. Catsup is actually Chinese. I made ketchup one time. I was almost like I. It was almost like telling someone not to think of a pink elephant, and the first thing to think of is a pink elephant. Yeah, exactly. But I'm also being serious, guys. The reason why that tomatoes doesn't feel like a fruit is because they're not like categorized with the other fruits very often in foods. Obviously, by letter of the law, they're a fruit, right? But like, look at when you make a salad, right? You could have a nice garden salad with chunks of tomatoes in it, and people don't think that it's a fruit salad. They still think of it as a garden salad, right? Meanwhile, also you could have a fruit salad that would have, you know, oranges and apples or whatever, you know, a bunch of fruits in it, and nobody ever would put a tomato in that salad. You know what I mean? Same with a pizza. Pizza is made with tomato sauce, which is technically a fruit sauce on that pizza. But they mix it with savory ingredients like salt, you know, like the salted dough that it sits upon, and the cheese. you know, that cheesy flavor as well. And meats, there's not many other fruits that you'd ever mix with salt and cheese and meats. You know what I mean? Can you beat Zara and name more than 4 U.S. presidents? Yeah, easily. I can name more than four. I'll name 10. George W. Bush, George Bush Sr., Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Gerald Ford, Ronald Reagan. Um, Let me think of some more. I don't know. Have I impressed you enough? I asked AI, milk is food and not a drink. No, the AI was lying to you, Willie. Isn't it just tomatoes, water, salt, and vinegar? Add sugar. Yeah, it is. It is. But you have to boil the tomatoes and strain them. You have to like keep straining them down and boiling them. And you keep boiling them and straining them and boiling them, and then you add some salt. No, you don't add salt. You add a bit of sugar and a bit of vinegar. I don't know about salt. I can't remember. And then you cool it, like you put it in the fridge, and then it turns into ketchup. I don't really like tomatoes on their own. Yeah, not the same way that you could like oranges on their own, you know? Bruh, 64 Battle Chinchilla. I'd rather just have them on a burger and that's it. Yeah, tomatoes on a burger are bomb. Okay, let me see if I can name any others. Abraham Lincoln, uh, James Madsen, John Quincy Adams, um, Theodore Roosevelt. I just said that one, Theodore Roosevelt. Um, I want to say Benjamin Franklin, but I feel like, was he a president or was he the guy who invented electricity? Um, Let me think of some others. William Taft. Uh, no, he wasn't. Okay. um, I feel like there was a guy named Garfield, James Garfield or something. Um, John F. Kennedy, Richard Nixon, um, Jimmy Carter. I said Garfield. Hi, Hockey. Hi, James Salusius. I don't understand why y'all talking about tomatoes. Can someone explain me? Or it's just that because I'm not good in English and I don't understand because I speak French. I'm so random. Sorry. The reason why fruitcake is because somebody asked me what my favorite fruit is. And then I went off on a tangent explaining about how bananas are the best fruit. And then, as a fun fact, I told everybody that tomatoes are a fruit. Who's my hockey team? It's Calgary Flames. Let me think of some others. Haha, okay, I know, I understand. That's all good, bro, but this chat is completely random. I just will answer the questions, you know what I mean? Yikes, rebuild soon? The rebuild's already begun. They traded Anderson away, their best defenseman. Next, they're going to trade away Kadri or Coleman, I think, as one of our best two forwards. So, you know, it looks like they're going that way. Let me think of some other U.S. presidents. I said Jimmy Carter, right? I said John F. Kennedy. I don't know. I can't think of any of the other ones. I think I met you at Sweet Loretta's one time, bro, in Calgary. I don't think so, bro. I don't think I've ever been to Sweet Loretta's. What is that? Jakob Floyd. You might have thought you did, but I don't think so because I don't even know what that is. Fancy bar? No, I don't think so, bro. You might be thinking of somebody else. Do you think the Tampa Bay Lightning can upset the Colorado and win the cup? I mean, it's possible. We talked hockey. What year was this? Because I don't remember this at all. Um, I think in hockey, any team could upset another team. You know what I mean? Like, I think that Colorado has just as high a chance of losing in the Western Conference Finals as they would the Stanley Cup Finals. And potentially even the semifinals, the second round, basically. I think they're probably gonna completely dom in round one because they've had such a dominant first season, like the regular season, I should say. So it would be very surprising to see the wild card team upset the Avalanche in round one because of how dominant they've been so far this season. However, once you get past that first round of the playoffs, it's almost like everything resets. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like everything resets to the point of nothing matters from the regular season. That's all out the door. And it's all about that second round because the first round is it's such another level. Like everybody steps up to the playoff level of hockey, and the ones that go on to win round one have momentum jumping into round two. And so all the matchups in round two are that much more exciting. And yet, like I said, everything's reset now at this point because it doesn't matter. The regular season, nobody cares about the accolades of the regular season anymore. Who was the only team ever to come from a 3-0 deficit to win the Stanley Cup? I want to say, if I had to guess this one, I'd have to say the New York Islanders, I think. Um, I want to say New York Islanders, but I feel like it probably was the Montreal Canadiens. It was probably the Montreal Canadiens, but I want to say the New York Islanders. Or maybe the Philadelphia Flyers. Was it Philadelphia? I don't know. You tell me. I can't remember that one. I'm so tired, guys, but I have hockey soon. I almost feel like I need to take a quick nap for a minute. But I have a game in like an hour. 1943, I think. Okay, so it couldn't have been the Islanders. Probably not. I'm going to guess it was the Montreal Canadiens, I bet. For some reason, I think the Islanders were involved, though. Am I out to lunch on this? Like, did it happen to the Islanders? 1942 Toronto. Oh, I was way off. Hi, Summit Nagar. Can you please stay in frame? I am almost finished. Okay, thanks for that comment. Best active enforcer in the league. Probably Matthew Olivier. He plays for Columbus. What advice you, present, will give to yourself, past? Me, present, would tell me, past, don't read Summit Nagar's first comment. Are you illegal immigrant? No. I'm a legal citizen. What team holds the record for most goals in one game? Again, I want to say Montreal Canadiens, and it was probably back in like 1922 or some bullshit like that. Can you shout out, I support... Well, the thing is, who is Jenna, and why would I support her side? You got to explain to me why. What happened? Change your religion. Fake prophets. I don't understand that comment. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so again, I want to guess Montreal Canadiens again because, like I said, it probably happened way back, like, you know, almost 100 years ago or something like that. And I'm going to guess it was like 12 or 13 goals or something like that. 9/11 was caused by the 911 call dispatcher since 2001. Bro's name. 911 was an inside job. Just say it. Okay, I support Jenna's side. Jenna's. I get fat shamed, but I hold back because I'm stronger than them. You hold what back? What do you hold back? Like, I'm confused. You got fat shamed, but you hold back. Like, you hold back from, like, physically assaulting the people that shame you? Bro, read it together. I support Jenna's side. The Canadians in the 1920 with 16 goals. Oh, I got it. I told you guys. I literally said the Montreal Canadiens. I said something like the 1920s, 100 years ago, around. I said 13 to 16 goals. You heard it here first, guys. I guessed it right. My anger. Oh, okay. You are cute. X. Thanks, Elijah Min. Nah, bro. You were very smart. Aw, thanks, bro. I should try another streamer. No, keep trying to hit me with the tricks. I like him. Yeah, wait. Let me go back. We gotta flesh this out with Pilfev. So Pelfev, you got fat shamed, but you held back your anger because you're stronger than them. How does that make you feel? You are so underrated, YouTuber. I hope you become more underrated. That'd be great. Yeah, if I could become even more underrated, because right now I currently have like no ratings. Like nobody cares about me. But if I'm great, then that means I'm underrated, right? So if I become more great, then I should become more underrated, right? I've subscribed. You seem like a genuinely nice gay YouTuber. Thanks for the subscription, Elijah Man. Can you explain why Wayne Gretzky was so good? I think it's hard to explain, but I think he just had like like a knack for like envisioning the game. Like he could it's like he wasn't the fastest, he wasn't the strongest. He just had an incredible way of envisioning the game like going around him. It's almost like he was like performing in slow motion, and it's because of his mind, right? Like it's like he could see where the puck was going to be before it ever got there. You know, he would know where to go. He watched the tendencies of everybody he played against, and he would see what they would do. He would know where they're going to put the puck before they even put it there. So he'd be right there. You know, he'd see where his opponents would be looking, and then he'd be able to go around them. And then on top of that, I just think he was also insanely skilled. Like he could hit his passes with such precision, and you know, aim his shot like very good. Like he had a very deadly shot, like one of the best shots from anywhere, where he could just pick the net and make sure it gets, you know, to the net and in the net area. And because of that good shot threat, because people would try to be taking away his shot, it opens up passing lanes. And then the last reason why he was so good would be because he played the game a bit differently. Like he started doing things that other players didn't typically do. And it gave him such a crazy advantage because people weren't prepared for it, because he was changing the game. Like he would skate behind the net and pass the puck out front to the guy in the front. And the reason why that's so effective is because the goalie can't see behind the net. You know, he's not going to turn around and look behind his back to see Gretzky behind him. And if he did, well, now he's not facing outwards to where the puck is supposed to come in. And the way that the game was played back then is the defenders didn't really defend the back of the net because it doesn't seem like a threat back there. You know, it doesn't seem like an area that needs to be protected, because you can't really score from behind the net. But it might open up a player that is open in front of the net, so he could pass it out. Sorry I was late. I was watching The National. Oh, that's okay, Paul Rivera. You will become more underrated when Elijah Man will unsubscribe you. Aside from being handsmo, what do you do? Not much else. That's usually the only thing I do is be handsmo. You knew where everyone was and where they were going. Oh, he knew. Yeah, sorry. He knew where everyone was and where they were going. Exactly. I'm back. Thanks, Aliyah. Because he believed in God and Jesus and not Muhammad. I don't know if that's true, blah, blah, blah. It could be part of it, but I don't think so. Hi. Crosses the blue line, then skates in a circle. Hi. I stole your bills. You stole my bills? And then what did you do with them? Pay them. Yeah, that's what, but truly that's what made him so great, is I think it was those things. It's just he had a mind. Like he had a different type of mind. He could see the game faster than everybody else. He knew where they were going, and he just did things differently. Like he didn't just play like everybody else. And every once in a while there's a player that does that. They change the game by just trying something innovative, and it just works. Like it's just such a different way of doing things. Like for example, I think it was Stan Mikita, I think, or was it Esposito? I can't remember, but they were some of the first players to play with curved sticks. So back in the day, hockey sticks used to be completely flat, like with a flat edge, and they would just kind of bat the puck around on the ice. The puck would not come off the ice very often because the stick blades were flat. And then one day, I think somebody's stick blade broke, but it didn't break all the way through. It just kind of snapped a little bit, and it was bent, and it created that little curve. And then they realized with the curved stick that you can actually like use it to corral the puck in a way that you can lift it up off the ice. And it made the shots more lethal because of now they weren't just sliding along the ice hoping for it to slide through the goalie's legs or whatever, or somehow, get a bounce to go up or something like that. You could actually aim the puck up right from off the ice. And then after that season, the goal scoring went way up. I've been paralyzed for about 5 years, but your stream gave me the courage to stand up and jump out the window. Okay. Do you remember me? Yes, I remember you. Alia Grace Pacquiao. Gretzky, Messier, and Glenn Anderson were their 3 centers. Insane. Yeah, it's pretty insane. Jakub Floyd. Ha ha ha. With a laughing cat face. But yeah, I think, like I said, guys, I think the biggest thing about Gretzky is those factors. And then just that insane compete ability. He just wanted to win so badly. He wanted to win, and he wanted to run up the stats as he does it too. And I'm gumping it for gumping it Jenny. I'm gumping it Jenny. I'm gumping it Jenny. I'm gumping it Jenny. Why is Calgary always the little bros to Edmonton? I'm gumping it Jenny. I'm gumping it Jenny. In the NHL. I don't know. Edmonton always just gets so lucky with their players. Like somehow they always end up with Gretzky and Messier and Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid, and you know what I mean? Like somehow they always get lucky. Shout out YUIC. But yeah, like I said, guys, the other big thing about Gretzky is I think he had an insane level of compete that's akin to the greats of all time, like Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Floyd Mayweather. Like the types of athletes that are so determined to win, and also not just win, but win and put up the score, like put up a higher score than everybody else. Like just really like rub it in, I think he had that type of compete. And I think he played in an era in that time. I think the players, a lot of them didn't realize their full potential because they didn't play with enough of that, like, I don't give a shit, I'm going to score, I don't feel bad about it type of attitude. I think there was a lot of players in that era where they prioritized playing tough and like really like physically dominating and not worrying enough about the score. Whereas I think Gretzky didn't care about physicality at all. He didn't care if he hurt anybody or felt like a tough guy in any way. All he cared about was running up the score, is getting more goals and scoring more goals and creating more goals for his team. Me, I'm from Calgary. Something I'm starting to see this season is teams having 35 shots on goal and scoring 2 or 3, and teams having 17 or 18 shots on goal with 5 or 6 goals. Yeah, I don't know about that. I feel like you could just be having a bit of confirmation bias, Amir, because I don't know. You'd have like somebody would have to do a statistical like deep dive analysis onto that theory, but I don't think that's really true. I think there's certain teams, like I believe it was I think it's Dallas that is in that anomalous category where they don't take a lot of shots yet they score a lot of goals. And then there's been other teams over the years recently, like for example Calgary, the Flames had a couple seasons where they would always take a lot of shots and then not score a lot of goals. Can I leave this? I still like you. it just kind of boring. I love your vids. Keep going. I just want to watch my TV. Sure, you could leave, Aaliyah. Nobody's holding you hostage. And I don't want to hurt your feelings. It's okay. Where am I from? I'm from Calgary. I'm not trying to be mean. Both are raised, bro, in Deer Run. I live downtown now. Worst place in Alberta gotta be Red Deer. Because I'm your biggest fan and I want you to watch. I want to watch my video on my TV. Okay, you can go then, Aaliyah. It's okay. Try White Court. Calgary goated. Bad goaltending. You were so underrated YouTuber. I hope you become more underrated. Somebody else already said that. Are these bots, guys? Like, am I getting hit up by bots? Have I been hunting? Not for a while. Just subscribe. Thanks for being chill. Thank you. He had a Marty McSorley and a Craig McTavish for protection, no? Yeah, he did. Okay, bye, Leah. We have no goal finishers in Calgary. Not right now, no. Is AHL second div or what? Yeah, the AHL's it's called like the farm division because, or not division, but people call it the farm team because that's where you like raise your prospects. You know, like when you draft a player, typically they'll put them in the AHL first before bringing them to the NHL as they develop. You know, it's a development league. And a lot of the AHL players have NHL contracts as well, or they're on two-way contracts where they can be called up at any time to go play for their NHL team, their NHL affiliate, but they're usually, it's like the minor league, basically. I'm gumping it for gumping it, Jenny. No little kids, bro. I'm gumping it for gumping it, Jenny. Remember when the Wranglers started there? They were hella good. Yeah. Old man Jenkins and his jalopy. Okay, guys. I got to go get ready for my hockey game. It's in about an hour. And I had to go gump it for gumping it, Jenny, right now. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate that. And I'm sorry, guys, I missed my live stream yesterday. I was on such a good streak of going live every single day. But what happened was I had a long day at work. I was busy at work all day. So I got home. I was really tired. And then what else happened? Then I wanted to watch the hockey game. I was watching a hockey game. I was watching the Flames versus the Penguins. And then I had to go grocery shopping with my wife. I had to hang out with my nephew. Next thing you know, time flew by. Didn't have time. My timing got all whacked. And then I missed it, guys. But I'll be on again every day. Don't you worry. I'll be back again. Yeah, the game sucked anyways. I ended up watching the first period. Second period comes along, and I'm just like, God damn, this team can't score. They're not even generating chances. They're losing to this old ass Penguins team. And there we go. That was it. March of the Penguins for the Flames. You took a shower, which we heard on Zara's stream, and then you came in and said, I didn't even have Timmy's. Oh, yeah. You guys might have heard when I came home, right? I was like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm so dirty. I need to take a shower. I was like, I didn't even take no breaks. I didn't even have no Timmy's today. I was like, yeah, it was a bad day. Not a bad day. It was just a tough. It was a long day, guys. I shouldn't even say bad. Like every day is a blessing. You know what I mean? But it was just a tough day. You know, like a tiring day. And like I said, I wanted to watch the hockey game, and the game wasn't even good. Can Zara live stream your game? She could, maybe she might, but I don't know if the service is any good inside the arena. It's like the roof is like made of metal, and sometimes the data doesn't work. Like the live streaming data doesn't work very well, but she might be able to. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go